So our power is out, and we're having not really a snowstorm right now, but I mean, I guess you can consider that because it's going to snow a lot. It's going down to 6 degrees tonight, and it was raining about the last day, so that is all freezing now. And our power's out. All the rain is freezing. I got out of work early. Now it's going to snow a lot. It's going down to 6 degrees. At least we're getting snow for winter this year, or for Christmas this year. All right, I was going to film a couple more videos for my main channel, the year-end list. Today is Friday the 23rd. This will be up after Christmas. We're talking about 5 things I learned in 2022. I was going to do 10, but I'm narrowing it down to the five most important 5 things I learned in 2022. The best way to learn is through experience, and these are all through my experiences in 2022. It was a wild year, to say the least. A lot of things that I didn't expect to happen happened. I had to make some decisions I never thought I'd have to make. I had to do some things I never thought I'd have to. And my life took a big turn in the opposite direction. I've had a lot of ups, a lot of downs. I did things I didn't expect to do. And it was a pretty crazy year for me. These are the 5 things that I learned 5 most important things I learned in 2022. Start off with the first one. These are in no order whatsoever. They're all important. First one, kind of a simple one, but something I kind of had to learn this year is just have fun. Just have fun with it. And that really goes for, in specific, when you are doing something you don't want to do, you're in a situation you don't want to be in, you're trying to get out of a situation, you're stuck working something, you're working at a job you don't want to be at, something that you used to love turned to something that it kind of went bad, you're stuck doing something, whatever the case is, you're somewhere you really don't want to be there. Just have fun with it. That's one thing I learned this year. Just have fun with it, no matter what. Have fun with life. We're only here for a certain amount of time. And that really hit me, especially recently, because Demaryius Thomas died recently. You might know, I'm a huge Broncos fan here in the lanyard. There's signs all in my room and everything. I'm always wearing jerseys in the videos. But Demaryius Thomas died this year at like 30, I think it was 30, he was 33 or 34 years old. Ronnie Hillman, one of the running backs on our Super Bowl team a few years ago, well, 7 years ago, died recently as well. He was 31 years old. So right now I'm really, and going forward, I'm really going to be treasuring life a lot more because it's really precious. They were 31 and I think 33 years old and they passed away. I'm only 20, but life can be taken away from you at any time, so really treasure it. I'm kind of going in a different direction, but this is something very valuable as well. Always treasure life because it can be taken away from you at any time, at any moment, and you never know what can happen. But the first one was, though, to just have fun with it. There was points this year where I was working a job that I didn't want to be at. I was stuck doing something for weeks I didn't want to be doing. Make the most of it, though. Try to enjoy it and have fun. Try and not focus on the negative and try not pick things apart, because when you do that, it only gets worse when you focus on the negative. Do your best to have fun with whatever you're doing, whatever bad situation or situation you don't want to be in that you're stuck in. I'm going to go to the bank. I've got to deposit my tips from the last week, transfer some money, do a couple transactions, and then go to the store, go to Walmart, buy some Christmas gifts. And then I'm probably going to go to the gym. And then I think I'm going to get some Chick-fil-A today, actually. Haven't in a long time. I really don't eat fast food. I cut fast food out of my diet when I had my original spiritual awakening. Got into spirituality about 2.5 years ago. I cut fast food out of my diet. Since then, the only things I've eaten for fast food has been, I don't consider Chipotle, Jersey Mike's, or Panera, which really isn't fast food. I don't consider those 3 places fast food, and those are really the only 3 places I go to. But the only fast food I've eaten in that time is an occasional Blizzard from Dairy Queen, a very, very, very occasional McFlurry from McDonald's, Chick-fil-A probably 3 or 4 times, and Taco Bell 1 time because I had a gift card, and I actually ate like half a taco and threw it out. I used to love Taco Bell. About 6 months after I stopped eating fast food, I had it because I got a gift card, and I ate half a taco and threw it all out because once you stop eating that stuff, it's a lot easier to not eat it because it doesn't taste that good, especially after eating a lot of Chipotle, real food, real tacos. The Taco Bell doesn't taste as good, and just, you can't really go back, which is a great thing. But I haven't had a lot of fast food. To me, ice cream is ice cream. So if I'm gonna eat bad ice cream, which is bad, you know, it's wherever you get it, it's ice cream. So I have had a couple McFlurries and Blizzards, and then Chick-fil-A a few times, which is a little bit better in my opinion than like McDonald's or Burger King. Maybe it isn't, but I've only had it a few times. Gonna go do all that and then check back in right after, and we will get to the second thing that I learned in 2022. Second very important thing I learned in 2022.
I give you a lot of things, but I can't give you what you want.
Leaving the bank now, going to Walmart, gonna buy some Christmas gifts, and then probably across the street to Chick-fil-A. The line doesn't look too long. I can see it from here. I went into Walmart and forgot my money, but they didn't have many gift cards I wanted anyway. They've got like online gift cards like the Nintendo and Xbox ones. They've got Walmart gift cards and Visa gift cards and some restaurants, and that's about it. I know some of them they're out of, but they have like nothing. And I find that to be true most of the time when I go there, all year round. I'm gonna go to Walgreens and look for gift cards, and then we'll go to Chick-fil-A. All right, checking back in real quick. I got my Chick-fil-A. I'm sitting in my car eating it real quick. I already started eating, but I know I'm holding the napkin too. I've got my chicken sandwich, gluten-free bun, and then fries down here. Of course, my phone's messed up, so ignore the cracks and the black lines on the screen and all the other discoloration on the screen. Watching the boy, David Hammond, self-developed. Learning a lot from him, have been for a couple years now. I'm gonna have a ghost after this at the gym. Check back in very, very, very soon. It is cold out. I just got done with my workout. Wasn't too long. I've got to rush home and go to the bathroom before teaching later, so I cut it a little bit short. 50 minutes, not too bad though. Back in biceps today. As you can see, well, as you can't see outside, snow all over the window. It is freezing out. It is pretty much a blizzard out here. It's cold and the weather's pretty bad. We'll speak on the second tip very soon. I'm gonna go home. I just took a left turn and I spun right out. It wasn't too bad, but I spun right out. It was pretty fun, and I'm in 4-wheel drive too. I've got to drive pretty slow on the way home, which I don't like doing, but gotta be safe in the blizzard. I'm very happy to document all this, document everything, especially in the last couple months as I've been consistent with the vlogs and with the channel uploading on here. I really enjoy documenting. My camera just turned off because the battery was low, even though it's on 31%. I turned it right back on after, and it said it turned off in the last session. It just did it again, and it's telling me the battery is low now, so I'll make this quick. I'm very happy to document everything, my life, ups and downs, everything I'm learning and experiencing on here. And this is the last video in the not comeback, that's the next one, in the come up series of videos. This is the last one. The next one will be hopefully the week after this is uploaded. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to 2023 and achieving my goals, making my way there. More experiences, more lessons, more blessings. All right, I'm about to go to the dojo to teach for a few hours. It's freezing out. Leaving the house in a minute. Going into the second thing I learned in 2022 though. Now I knew this before, but I really have it on this list because I experienced it in 2022. And that is that men need discomfort. Really, everybody does, but men need discomfort to grow and to gain experience and learn to become a better version of themselves, to become the man they need to be. Men need discomfort. It kind of goes with the next one, and I'm going to make a video on this soon, so I don't want to talk too much about it, but men need discomfort. Since I quit my job at the dojo I spent 14 years at, went to a new dojo, and got a full-time job, that whole thing has been very uncomfortable. I don't know why I was saying discomfortable. Uncomfortable. It's been complete foreign territory. Having a full-time job, a real job, if you want to say, having to go from that to teach almost immediately after I get out of work, different struggles that has brought as well. It's really, it's been uncomfortable. It's been very uncomfortable. I feel like God has been testing me as well, whether it's smaller things or bigger things, doing new things as well. Men need discomfort. That is the second thing I learned in 2022. All right, it is actually after Christmas now. I think the last time I was recording was Thursday or Friday. I got busy, fell asleep early, had to do all my rapping still, had to do a lot before Christmas came. Right now it's the 27th. Yesterday I didn't really do much after work. I'm not teaching all week, so after work I didn't do much besides upload a few videos. Besides that, did not really do anything. It is the 27th. I want to get this up by the 29th. I just finished the worst albums of the year video. Obviously, it'll be up by now on my main channel. Check that out. Check my main channel if you are not already subscribed. Just my name, Joey Calabria. Whoever's watching this, I hope you had a good holiday. Hope you had a good break from school, work, whatever. If you were off, if you weren't, still hope you had a good holiday. Sipping on some Starbucks. I find that whenever I go now, they're out of peppermint or out of almond milk, something. I'm actually going to spar real quick with a couple of my buddies and then gonna go to the gym. And then we will get into the third thing that I learned in 2022. All right, I am outside of the gym. Checking back in real quick. The third thing on my list of things that I learned in 2022. Now, I want to say this real quick. In 2022, I learned a lot. This was a different, to say the least, year of my life. I turned 20. A lot of things happened in my life this year. Good, bad, and things I don't know are good or bad yet. Things that are good and bad as well. But a lot of things really happened to me and happened in my life this past year. And I learned a lot, and these are the 5 most important ones. Number 3, though. Number 3 goes along with the second one, and it's pretty similar, actually. But the third one is men need struggle. Now, I say men need struggle, and I say that from experience. It has been a huge struggle ever since I had to leave my dojo that I grew up at, get a full-time job, and switch dojos. It was a huge struggle. I've learned a lot from it, the whole experience of that in the last 3 months, but it has been a struggle. It hopefully may turn out to be something good in the long run, but it's been a big struggle for me. And after a little while, I've realized that I need struggle. Men need struggle. People need struggle because it makes you stronger. This has really made me persevere. And I've gotten used to getting 6 hours of sleep every night. And not much more. 6.5 once in a while, 7. I'm working my full-time job. I'm not teaching this week, so this week isn't a good example of that, but I'm working my full-time job and going to teach right after without much of a break at all in between. And I still want time to go to the gym, to upload YouTube videos on both channels, spend time with my family, see my friends. There's been days where I leave the house for work at 6:30. I barely come home. I'm home in between work and teaching for 20 minutes, half an hour at the most. And then I go teach, and then go to the gym. I come home at 10:30 and my family's asleep. I eat dinner, shower, and go to bed. There's been plenty of days like that, and it's an adjustment, and this struggle of this adjustment and this setback and having to do something that I really didn't want to do. I don't want to sit here and say it's a good thing. Hopefully it ends up being a good thing in the future, in the long run. I hate that I had to leave my old dojo, but the truth is, it's kind of made me stronger. It's made me stronger. It's made me had to persevere, and it's made me uncomfortable, and it's been a huge struggle. It was a huge struggle leaving people that I was really close to, leaving the place that I grew up at, getting a full-time job. I've never had a real job. Luckily, I actually kind of like the job. Not going to do it forever, obviously, but it's not like a pain or anything, but it's been a huge struggle, an adjustment, and very emotional for me as well. Very, 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 very emotional. There's been nights where I'm sitting here in my car, bawling my eyes out, crying, and I'll admit that I'm not gonna be hard. Oh, I never cry. I don't have emotions. There's been nights where I'm sitting here bawling my eyes out in my car, and I'm just sitting here asking why did this have to happen? And I'll just conclude it with I hope in the long run everything ends up working out, and it all ends up being a good thing in the long run and in the end. And I do trust that everything will work out in the end, and that and I do trust God as well. I'm going to go in and lift. I'm kind of taking it a little bit easy this week. I'm doing 4 days in the gym this week, which isn't bad. I'm happy with them. I'm happy with being able to get here 4 days in a week. I just sparred as well. Tomorrow, I'm hopefully going to do 2 jiu-jitsu classes. Have not been training consistently in jiu-jitsu for probably 6 months, so that'll be really nice, and that's always tiring as well. 2 classes. It's not easy, especially, since I haven't done it in about 6 months, but I'm going to do chest today, and then I'll probably do a day of triceps and shoulders, and then probably back and biceps, and then legs. But going through that once, 4 days, plus jiu-jitsu, plus sparring a day. Pretty happy with that. And then next week I'll probably get here 4 or 5 times as well. Gonna go into the gym now, hit chest, probably do free weights, free weights, chest press, flat, and incline. I've been doing 35 pounds, which I might do 40 today. I might just do 40 today instead. But I've been doing 35 pounds flat and 30 pounds incline. 30 pounds incline is harder than 35 pounds flat for me, but 35 flat, I've been getting 10. I've been getting 10 every time. I talk too fast, and then I start to stutter, and my words, I mess up all my words. I gotta not talk as fast. That's why I stuttered a lot, because I talk way too fast. That's something I want to overcome, and we'll talk about that probably in the next video. But gonna go in the gym, hit chest day, probably get a little comfortable in the massage chair after, even though men need to be uncomfortable, like I said in the video. But I kind of think I earned it after the workout, especially if I push myself and go for 40 pounds flat chest press as well. I'm gonna go in there, hit this workout, and then I'll check back in with the fourth thing that I learned that is very important right after. I always do this. I always, say I'm gonna go into the gym, and then I say something else, or I'm gonna check back in later, and I say something else. I don't know if I've ever showed this, but I ordered. If you've kept up with my main channel at all, I'm a huge fan of Code of the Friend. I ordered one of his CDs a couple months back, Photo, and I don't know if it shows it right now, but you can see it's all bent, and it came like this. I emailed them and they never got back to me. It's all bent. And I can't even play the CD. I've got a couple more CDs here, but I really wanted to play this one, and it's a really good album, but it came in the mail like this. All right, checking back in. I just finished my workout. It wasn't too long, like 40 minutes. Did chest though. I did 40 for the flat chest press, and then 30 for the incline chest press. Both turned out pretty well. Got to work on the form for sure, but did pretty well, I'd say, for them. Did the chest fly as well, 50 reps. Well, not 50, but 5 sets. 90 for the first 2, and then 100 for the next 2, and then 120 for the last one. I got 5 for 120, 10 for both 90s, and then 10 and 9 for the sets of 100. And then I did the seated chest press here, 100 pounds for the first 2, and then 110 for the second 2. I think I got 10 for the first 2, and then 8 or 9 for the next 2 for the 110. Don't totally remember for that one, even though it was last, so that doesn't really make sense. Went to the massage chair after. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty motivated as well. Haven't gone, or that was my first time in I think 4 or 5 days going to the gym. Listened to the Hindsight podcast as I was in the chair as well. And that, sitting in that chair, going to the gym, listening, talking too fast again, to that podcast, made me realize that I really need to do all these things that ground me, because they make me feel like myself, and they ground me, like going to the gym, and these things that I enjoy, going to the gym, and these things that make me feel good, going to the gym, even though I said it 4 times, going to the gym, listening to the Hindsight podcast, the massage chair, other things, meditation, that really ground me. I need to do those things more. It's gotten hard because I have less time now, but I've got to definitely make time to do those things. And I realized that sitting in that chair. I just stopped at Rite Aid. I've been using this water bottle. It's alkaline water. Not drinking in. I'm not sure what that was. Drinking the off-brand, the poison water. We got the good water. You spend a couple dollars extra to get the good water. We got Path, and it's in a metal water bottle too, so you're not drinking, I don't know what, a credit card worth of plastic a month, a year, whatever it is, whatever the stat is. I've had the black one for like 4 or 5 months, and I've been reusing that to fill that just about every day. It's dented, it's older, haven't really washed it a whole lot, but I got this one now, the white one. I also picked up, it was 75% off, and it was actually $5 even for both of these things. Picked up a toy for my dog. He's got 3, they're a little different, but 3 cookies like this, little brown cookies that he loves. They're his favorite toy, so I figured I'll get him. It was cheap. Figured I'd get him a bigger one, a bigger cookie. He'll like it. He's got like 200 toys. Gets very excited still though whenever anybody brings home a toy. Getting into the 4th thing that I learned in 2022. This should be a pretty long video. I just keep talking about other things as well, so I think so far, even though I haven't edited any of it, I think it'll be a pretty long video. I just hope I can save it and I don't have any problems saving the clips, saving it, putting it all together, editing it. Hopefully I don't have any problems with that. The 4th thing that I learned in 2022 is things don't always go according to plan. Now, if you would have told me that I'd be exactly where I am right now at the end of 2022, last year at the end of 2021, I would have been like, what? How did I get there? How did that happen? Things do not always go according to plan. I've talked about it a lot in this video and in recent videos in the last few months. But, me having to quit my job teaching and go to a different dojo, get a full-time job. I never thought I would have had to do that. In the last couple years, I've had things that I never thought would happen. People that I didn't think would turn their back on me. You know, had to, or what I was just talking about, had to quit my job teaching karate to go somewhere else to a different dojo and get a full-time job. Never thought I'd have to do that. Had other plans just fall through. I thought other things were going to happen, and they didn't. Things did not go according to plan many times this year and in the last couple years as well. And I've had to learn that the hard way. And how you kind of deal with this is what we'll get into in the fifth thing that I learned in 2022. And we'll get into that very, 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 very soon. I'm going to go home, going to drink this alkaline water, give my dog this toy, eat dinner, eat some protein, probably. I think I'm having chicken for dinner. I'm pretty spoiled. My parents still make my dinner every night, which I'm very, very, very grateful for. But probably going to have that, and then a Quest cookie or something for a little more protein, and then I'll wrap the video up later on. Let's vibe. All right, finishing the video, the vlog up here. The fifth important thing that I learned in 2022 was that God is needed and trust in God is needed as well. I've talked about it before, but there is definitely a higher being. God, personally, me, this year I became a Christian, and I really do believe in God, and I don't really know the Bible that well at all, but you know, as I get into Christianity, everything really just makes sense. It all just makes sense to me. Everything with spirituality that I've learned in the last couple of years, I've realized that it doesn't really make sense unless you connect it to God and Satan too. The bad stuff that the spiritual community talks about, it doesn't really, in the good stuff and life in general and how life works and different experiences that I've had, the good, the bad, none of it makes sense unless you connect it to really a religion. And for me, that's Christianity and God. None of it really makes sense until you connect it. It's like, okay, this is happening, it makes sense, but why? It doesn't really make total sense until you connect it to God. And I really realized with all the ups and downs this past year as well that God, prayer, dependent on God, guidance from God is definitely needed as well. Not just when things aren't going well, but when they are going well too. I've been consistent with prayer the last couple months, and I've really gotten into Christianity. Like I said, I actually got a Bible for Christmas as well, which I'm very grateful for. But to me, everything that I've learned with Christianity and God really just makes sense. It also brings you virtues and a better lifestyle and lets you be a better version of yourself too, with a purpose and reason to do so. Cold coffee. All right, recapping real quick, ending the video off here. 5 things I learned in 2022. The first one was to just have fun with it. Have fun with it when you're in a situation you really don't want to be in. You know, as you're finding a way out, have fun, still enjoy life, still take the good that you can out of whatever negative situation you're in. The second one, men and people in general need to be uncomfortable. You're not going to grow if you're always comfortable. The third one, people in general, but men in specific, need struggle. You're not always going to know why, but it will make you, or not always going to know why something is happening, but it will make you stronger and a better version of yourself. Number 4, things don't always go according to plan, and we need to be able to adapt. And number 5, God and God's guidance is needed. Drop down in the comment section things you learned in 2022. Your experiences, ups and downs, were documented on this channel. This was the last video in the Come Up series. Next one will be, next video will be part of a new series. I don't want to give away the name yet, but I'm very excited for that. Thank you for watching. Drop a like and subscribe. Check the channel out. and I will see you in the next video.